Although it's the largest toy company in the world, LEGO is still a very secretive company. Here are 10 fun facts about LEGO. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and let's get right into it. While today LEGO is synonymous with their classic plastic bricks, they didn't start this way. In fact, they didn't even always make toys. LEGO was originally founded back in 1932 in Billund, Denmark by Ole Kirk Christensen. Ole Kirk was a carpenter who mostly worked on houses and furniture, but when the Great Depression hit, his business began to dry up. With fewer customers, Ole Kirk began focusing on smaller products such as miniatures and trinkets. In 1935, the LEGO company began selling its very first toy, the wooden duck. While it may not look super impressive today, this duck has become an iconic symbol of the company's humble beginnings and is still on display at the LEGO house. In fact, in 2020, LEGO released a limited edition version of the wooden duck, but this time made with plastic LEGO bricks. Now, it wasn't until 1946, when LEGO bought their very first plastic injection mold in Denmark, that they began producing the now iconic bricks. But even these weren't quite the same as what you'd play with today. Looking underneath, you can see that these original models lacked the internal pegs that secure the bricks in place. But in 1958, LEGO launched its first true LEGO brick, more familiar to what we've seen today. But speaking of which, LEGO didn't actually invent the plastic brick. You see, LEGO is the undisputed king of bricks, but they weren't the first to have the idea. The first stackable toy bricks were actually invented back in 1939 by British toy maker Hilary Fisher Page for his company Kittycraft. These interlocking brick cubes were made of plastic, but were generally of poor quality. Bricks wouldn't always fit together, and the sizes were inconsistent. Now, at a machine demonstration in Copenhagen, a salesman gave Ole Kirk some of these bricks as a souvenir, and he instantly recognized the potential. Soon after, LEGO began producing its first plastic bricks inspired by Kittycraft. Back then, they were known as automatic binding bricks. LEGO's original set included the 4 colors that we still instantly recognize as part of the LEGO brand today. These bricks only came in 2x2 and 2x4 and had no LEGO logo embossed anywhere on them. These original sets were only sold in Denmark, but were instantly successful. In 1981, LEGO finally purchased the official rights from Kittycraft to become the sole brick producer and prevent potential legal troubles. In 1934, Ole Kirk had a competition among his workers to name the company. The final decision came down to 2 very similar ideas. Ole Kirk had originally wanted to name the company Legio, implying a, quote, legion of toys. However, this was adapted into Lego, a contraction of the Danish words legot, meaning play well. Later, the new company would also learn that this can also be translated as I assemble in Latin. In addition, since the term automatic binding bricks is quite the mouthful, in 1953 LEGO rebranded the toy name as LEGO Mursten, or bricks in Danish. And of course, this naming is still used to this day. The LEGO Group will also tell you that LEGO isn't a noun, it's an adjective. So LEGO brick, LEGO sets, and LEGO minifigures. You don't build with Legos, but instead you build with LEGO bricks. LEGO has always been all about versatility and creativity, but the number of combinations that can be made is insane. 2 2x4 bricks can be combined in 24 different ways. That's not too many, right? Well, what if we added a third? Now it's a total of 1,560 different combinations that those bricks could be attached to each other. And with just 6 LEGO bricks, it's possible to form a staggering 915,103,763 different combinations. If you were to do all of these at 1 per second, it would take you just over 29 years to build them all. And that's just if all the bricks are the same color. Start introducing other colors and those numbers become incredibly hard to even calculate. Now, something kind of cool is that visitors to the LEGO house actually get a polybag set with 6 red plastic bricks, in reference to these 915 million unique combinations. But also, why is 6 bricks the lucky number? Well, they also represent the company's 6 core values of creativity, imagination, fun, learning, quality, and care. Speaking of numbers, how many LEGO bricks are there? Well, it turns out it's a lot. There are over 4 billion minifigures in the world. This means that if minifigures had their own country, this LEGO nation would have the world's largest population. LEGO also manufactures more than 20 billion LEGO bricks every year, and there are currently more than 400 billion LEGO bricks out there. That's approximately 86 bricks per person on Earth. If we stacked all of these bricks on top of each other, we could make it all the way to the moon 10 times. Of course, as strong as LEGO bricks are, they aren't totally indestructible. One LEGO brick can support about 1,000 pounds, or about 375,000 LEGO bricks stacked on top of it. LEGO has always been known for quality, and the company's motto has reflected that for decades. The motto, Det bedski ir ikke forgot, was created by Ole Kirk himself and roughly translates in English to, quote, only the best is good enough. This commitment to quality is definitely apparent in LEGO sets. And Ole Kirk's son, Gottfried, the one who really oversaw the growth of the company after Kirk's death in 1958, tells a story about his father's commitment to quality. When Gottfried was just a boy, he was helping out in the workshop making those wooden ducks. After dropping them off at the train station, he was excited to tell his dad that he had saved money, saying, quote, I gave the ducks just 2 coats of varnish and not 3 as we usually do. Ole Kirk actually sent his son back to the train station to collect those ducks and give them the final coat of varnish. The lesson that the future owner of LEGO learned is that, quote, only the best is good enough, which he carved into a wooden sign for the workshop wall. LEGO's manufacturing process is accurate to within just 0.002 of a millimeter. That's even thinner than a human eyelash, which means that out of every 1 million bricks they make, only about 18 fail quality control. For 50 years, LEGO created all its own themes and sets, such as Castle, Western, and Blacktron having become legendary toys since their launch. Now, it wasn't until 1999 that LEGO began releasing sets based on other properties. The first licensed LEGO sets were released along with Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace. The very first LEGO Star Wars set was this X-Wing from the original trilogy. This was quickly followed up by many other ships, including the TIE Fighter and Y-Wing. The next month, LEGO released 7 more sets to tie in with the soon-to-be-released Episode I at the time. Now, licensed sets brought significant changes to the way that LEGO designed and produced their sets. These early Star Wars sets were the first to include a minifigure that was shorter than the standard 4-brick height, aka Yoda, from the Jedi Duel set back in 2002. These sets also saw the very first minifigure with a uniquely molded headpiece. This was Jar Jar Binks from the 1999 Naboo Swamp set. These Star Wars sets also saw the increased presence of guns in LEGO sets. Previously, the only weapons available to minifigures were things like swords and bows. The Pirates theme also introduced some old-fashioned pistols and cannons, but weapons in LEGO sets were still quite rare. And this is because Ole Kirk had lived through World War II and didn't want to treat war as play. Today, LEGO has licensed more than 40 different themes, from Star Wars to The Office to Marvel. What license do you want to see LEGO pick up? Let me know in the comments. Now sure, LEGO is a toy, but it can be much more than that. As stated earlier, learning is one of LEGO's core values, and they have always managed to innovate in education just as much as in play. The LEGO Education line might be one of LEGO's least widely known product offerings. You generally can't just go in and buy these off the shelf. There are special edition education LEGO sets that are provided to school districts. More commonly, the classic LEGO Mindstorm sets have also been used at schools for over a decade and often find their way into classes from elementary schools to universities such as MIT. The options available with these sets are endless, as can be seen by some truly amazing LEGO robots. In addition, LEGO recently launched the new LEGO Spike, aimed at incorporating drag-and-drop programming to help middle school-aged students learn the basics of coding and tech skills. Now, when LEGO first launched, most sets didn't come with instructions. You were just supposed to let your imagination run wild and build whatever you want. Though most of the early boxes of LEGO sets showed buildings, ever since then, people have been creating mind-blowing works that walk the line between toys and art. The Art of the Brick is a multi-city display focused on showcasing some of the most amazing works of LEGO sculptures by artist Nathan Sawaya. Premiering back in 2007, the exhibit has appeared all over the world, including New York, Paris, Tokyo, and Melbourne. Currently, it can be seen in San Francisco and Chicago. Did you know that LEGO has their own star in the night sky? Yep, that's right. In 1997, to celebrate the company's 65th anniversary, LEGO purchased the naming rights to a star that sits next to Polaris, otherwise known as the North Star, in the sky. They appropriately named the star, quote, the LEGO Star, and also released this limited edition Stargazer watch set a couple years later in 1999. Depending on the light pollution in your area, it may be easier or harder to spot the LEGO Star in the sky, but it's certainly up there. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe for more LEGO videos.